cmpradio.net. It's the station.
I'm gonna say something. Then you can.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. We are gonna hop right into our topic for this evening, but we do want to help you to welcome you to tonight's episode of
Rooted in Real Delva Diaries.
I'm going to leave it to Christina to go ahead and give us a moment to revisit a very important part of our podcast.
Yes. So we wanted to let you all know the mission of why we do what we do, and just reaffirm the reason for this podcast. So, Rooted in Real is a sisterhood and powered by truth. Our podcast gives voice to 5 women walking 4 unique paths. So 4 women walking unique paths, bound by love, legacy, and purpose. As mothers, wives, sisters, and activists, we come together to share our real life experience, uplift one another, and create space for honest conversation that reflect the beauty, struggle, and strength of womanhood. Through laughter, lessons, and love, we speak as one to inspire many.
Can I read that in Creole?
Absolutely. Okay, I don't have it. And it's 4. I have 5. Because there are 5 sisters, if you didn't know, but 4 of us that do the podcast.
I'm going to translate that mission statement for our Haitian listeners, which we have been told there are a good number of Haitian listeners that have encouraged us to speak Creole more so that they can be a part of the listening experience and enjoy the podcast. So I want to do my part in sharing such an important part of our podcast to those viewers. I don't have this pre-translated, so bear with me. Mais m'fait di m'wal li pati sa pou moun kap tande, moun haïtien kap tande, m'ta reme pou nou comme si tande importance podcast là pour nous. C'est our mission statement. Li di nous-mêmes qui comme si bâti une fraternité et nous joignent pouvoir nous dans vérité. Podcast nous, bah nous envoie pour 5 madame qui a marché dans un chemin unique, un chemin spécial. Nous-mêmes nous gagnons en connexion qui développait à cause de l'amour nous gagne pour une l'autre avec un legacy nous-mêmes nous gagne entre nous avec encore yon purpose was-y
Yeah.
yon raison nous-mêmes nous toutes yon raison pour ça n'a fait qu'on y a mais c'est maman nous y est c'est madame nous y est c'est sœur nous y est et nous-mêmes nous gain expérience avec travail communauté travail comme si manifestation
Yeah, probably so. Just speak from the heart.
et nous réunir ensemble pour nous partager expérience nous de santé vivre dans la vie nous. So nous toujours nous après ça nous venir juste pour lever une l'autre, encourager une l'autre et pour nous grand espace pour nous parler des vérités la vie nous, vérité expérience nous pour nous honnête avec une l'autre même nous même qui cap suivre nous cap tendre cap garder pour nous honnête tout dans comment pendant n'a commenter sous vidéo nous so c'est un moment pour nous réfléchir sur expérience nous et pour nous web beauté qui sorti dans expérience nous te fait même si c'était un moment difficile ou bien au moment fort pour nous nous-mêmes nous ouais, c'est fraternité ça qui baille nous en pile support et pendant moment ça n'a pris n'a pas prendre n'a gen l'amour pour une autre et même si nous ouais 3 sœurs 5 sœurs là voit nous faire un seul pour inspirer communauté nous communauté maman communauté madame communauté femme et communauté nous en général nous t'a souhaité nous te fait un bon traduit
I make up words.
Yeah.
Tradition.
mais yeah
You do better than I would have done.
c'est ça
Welcome back to our 11th episode, I want to say. Welcome
bienvenue pour épisode 11
Rudy and Real. We're here at CMP Radio, the first independent radio station here in Chester. And CMP Radio, they are doing a lot. They've been doing a lot. I've learned so much tonight. And I'm telling you, truly, it's an honor to be here and to have our voices heard, our opinions heard, our perspectives understood. This summer, this is not the first summer they've been doing it, but I've been to the Fusion Friday, Sun Village. I had a good time. I brought my children with me. They had music. They had yoga. They had everything you could think of. And it was just so nice. I was a little hesitant going into Sun Village, but I'm telling you, the park has been renovated. They have a tennis court, 2 parks, one for the bigger kids, one for the little kids. And it was just basketball court. It was just beautiful. And I love the many parks that's being redone, the 7th Street courts. Friday, we have another Fusion Friday coming up. It's going to be at Memorial Park. I'm definitely going to be there. And I don't know, I might bring my rope. I might bring the rope out the attic if y'all want to join us with some double dutch. So that's a little bit about CMP Radio and what they're doing and where you can catch them tomorrow. Come out and support. It's not too late. We have 2 more Fusion Fridays left. So tonight we're going to be having a part 2 of our conversation, the last recording. If you did not catch the last episode, it was dedicated to the fathers. We were not able to record Father's Day, but we was like, we have to do something.
you might want to bring
really good. We
your
had
mic closer
we had our special speaker, Woodley Paul, with us, my brother-in-law, and you can go back and listen to it. The stories were beautiful. The memories were just something else. So tonight we're gonna be having our part 2. Thank you, Christina. We're going to be having our part 2 to fatherhood and our perspective on our father. How to choose, if you don't have kids yet, how to choose the future father of your children. And if you already married or you already have your baby dad or whatever, just how to grow, how to sharpen each other, and how to become better, because there's always room for growth. So yes, welcome. Grab your coffee, get your tea. I know we're starting a little bit later. We had a very long pre-conversation. Maybe we should just have cut the cameras on. But we had a long conversation talking about upcoming elections, where Chester was, where Chester is going. And I think we needed that. It was like, we're still going to record. It's not going to be as long as we normally, like about 2 hours. It's going to be a little bit shorter tonight. So hang in there with us. Grab your blanket and come join us. Come have the conversation.
Yeah. But it was a good one, which I think kind of segues into tonight's conversation, talking about fathers and husbands, as they are the backbone of a lot of our families and communities. So, you want to start off?
Yes. So speaking on fathers, I'm not going to jump right in. Actually, before I say that, thank you for this topic. I know we went a little bit off course. We went a little bit off course, but this was Christina's great, fantastic subject, and you're gonna see in a little bit. We're gonna dive in, but sometimes if you have sisters, we'll disagree, we fight, we argue, but we are gonna apologize. Like if I did something to offend either of you, we're gonna apologize. In our 20s, it was a little bit rough. Some things that were said, we kind of maybe held it in, harbored it. So what you see here right now is not just, three best friend sisters. It's always been like that. We've been through some rough patches and held on to some words that were said, but you have to talk about it. You got to be respectful. And
very true. There's no need for no apology.
Yeah, and we had the conversation.
Here we go. Why do y'all constantly think I was offended? I was
not offended.
Jesus.
But if you weren't offended, I just wanted to make sure I wanted to recognize you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes. But it's okay, Rosie.
Do you feel that our relationships...
Y'all are going too far, and y'all know I don't like this.
We already know the answer. I know the answer.
We're going to lay it real thick.
Y'all going to leave me alone tonight.
Listen. No, but seriously. I see you. I respect you.
Yes.
And let's do this.
Thank you. Jesus. They are being so extra.
No, we not.
I forgive you for Sunday as well.
What?
I'm sorry if I did anything to offend you, my love, my beautiful.
Job?
Shut up.
My gosh.
We're not.
It might have been worked in your favor. You never know.
Hold on.
Yeah, we'll see. But we do forgiveness over here. We do second chances over here. We love each other over here. So this is going on Spotify, and they're gonna our dearest, gentlest
readers,
gentle listeners. That's it.
Listeners,
just gentle listeners.
We're working on our community name.
Yeah, gentle listeners. GLs in the house are GLs,
and they're going to listen to me go for a very long time, because y'all two are just. Y'all hilarious. Y'all went on air with this.
But
how y'all doing?
Because we want to let everyone know that
I have 4 amazing sisters that are phenomenal and work so hard. And sometimes I get a little bit in my feelings, and we hash it out like you said, but we always come back and we always come even stronger.
Yeah, we have to. We have to talk about it. Don't hold the grudge.
Rosie taught me that. Make
that awkward phone call, even if you apologize first and he or she doesn't say anything back.
So who was holding the grudge?
They're not here.
Oh, we are going.
Is Natalie watching? Are you watching?
Wow.
We're missing
As you
Natalie
always see,
tonight.
Natalie's not here tonight because she's not feeling well.
See, you know what? You forgave so good, you forgot. Look at that.
I never had a problem. Can we throw that out there?
Okay, you just didn't know you had a problem. We know, but we got your back and we took care of it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because I have no emotional intelligence, and of course I didn't know. I didn't. You know.
And that's not what I said.
I didn't understand my own feelings.
Sometimes. Okay. Never mind.
And in case this is your first time watching our episode, I'm Rosie, your host, Rosie. We have Christina.
And Dominique.
We're missing Natalie tonight, and our other sister, Tatiana. Love. One day we'll have her on.
And then we have our sisters in love.
We got our sister Aisha and
love.
future to be Esther. So one day, hopefully, we can have all of us on here, a full table of all the Delva girls, having a conversation about life, being an in-law, being blood relative, and how all the relationship kind of intermingles and the ups and the downs.
I'll say this:
beauty.
I grew my teens. Aisha was a part of our family when I was in my teens, so I just don't see her as an in-law. I really do see her as a sibling. And each one of my sisters, I feel like I can go to Rosie for something, I go to Christine for something, Aisha for one thing. Like, each of my sisters understand a part of my experience in my brain in a different way that I feel so blessed. Like, I'm rich that I have so many siblings to go to and be like, help
I know
me.
who I'm going to concerts with.
Me?
Tatiana.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Rosie,
You want to go with me? I'll bring the fun. Literally.
We've never been to a concert.
Yes, we did. We did. We went to a
Not
gospel one with
Not
Alicia.
Quasad.
yes.
And first of all,
The one in Maryland.
we completely
Oh, yeah,
forgot
that's right.
our adopted sister. shout out to Alicia. I apologize.
Our sisters in love.
We said Aisha and Alicia.
Oh, I missed Alicia.
Okay.
And I was like, pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of future sister-in-laws and future brother-in-laws, how
Brothers or
brother-in-laws,
me and
right?
Tatiana, yeah.
How Christina, right? Can you grace us with your ever so wise advice?
Oh my gosh. If y'all continue this tonight, I swear to goodness, I will walk.
On how to pick a good, not just a good boyfriend, a good husband, how to pick a good future father of your children. Please,
I wanted to write.
let's bring the mic closer for you. Tell your big sister.
You know what? No, all seriousness, that's actually that's a big question, because we're talking about husband, father, dating. But honestly, to begin all that, I will say, start with yourself. It's internal. I was talking to Rosie about this, and I think that every woman, you may think you're healed, you may think that you came from the perfect family with the perfect situation. I think you should make sure that you're healed. Go to a brief therapy counseling, do some inner channeling, figuring out who you are as a person before you go trying to find somebody else to try to figure out who you are with them. So I think, because growing up, there's always issues, things that creeps into your mental closet psychologically. Go heal all the traumas, right? I don't know if you can heal all of them, because things happen every single day. And then after, become the best version of you, and here's another piece. Treat yourself how you want the other person to treat you, and do the things, be the person you want to be that you're asking the other person to be. Meaning, if you want your hair done and your nails done and your feet done and you want the nice clothing and all that, and then you don't do that for yourself, right? Never any of these things are happening, but you get into a relationship and now you're looking at the guy, well, can you give me some money for my nails? And can you give me money for this? And can you give me money for that? And then they look at you sideways, and it was like, oh, so you want all these things for me, but when were you ever providing some of this stuff for yourself? So I think, as a woman, that's my opinion. If you are, and also when you treat yourself a certain way, you're gonna attract that person that want those things as well. Because if you're out here and you're not loving yourself, and then you go out and you get into a relationship and you're like, well, he's not loving me. Well, do you love you? Are you showing that you love yourself? And then on top of that, we want a man with a good job and this and educated and all these things. And I'm like, to me, it's, I know we said, well, what are you bringing to the table? It's kind of like, okay, then make sure that you're well educated. And educated doesn't mean that you have a college degree, but it means that you're open to learn. You're reading books. You're educating yourself, right? If monetary is a thing, make sure that you're owning your own dollars initially. Like, be the person you're looking for the other person to be for you. I think that's key. I would like to start with self. And then once you have yourself where you need to be a girlfriend, a wife, and all those things, then you start looking, okay, what is my list? And I think that list should be created prior to getting into a relationship so that you're not compromising or you're not fumbling like, well, I said I wanted this, but, and then you're switching up things as you go because it's not written. But once you write it down, no, I want a man that put God, singular, before all. He fears and loves God, and I could see the fruit of his tree. And then you write that down. Stick to that. Don't compromise. And you're like, I want a man.
What if you see the potential of him being those things?
Potential don't lead to actual. Oftentimes we see things in people that they don't see in themselves, and it never metastasizes. Is that the word? It never comes into fruition because you sometimes you're trying to drag them along, or you're like, no, I know you could do great things. I could see it in you, but.
Or they talk about it a lot. Like, say they talk a lot about doing their devotions or reading their Bible. They talk a lot about what they want to do in the mosque and, attending more regularly. Yeah. Is that not seeing some potential for growth?
Talk is cheap. It's about the fruit of the tree. Somebody go to church and they read the Bible, but they do everything the opposite of what the Bible teaches, which also, go back to you as an individual. How are you going to know that he walks with God? How are you going to know he has fruit in the tree if you not having fruit in your tree and reading your Bible to know what it says, to know that he's doing it? So that it begins with you, but also talk is cheap. You actually have to evaluate and sometimes ask yourself, like, okay, well, he's reading the scriptures, he's doing it, but last night he was out partying in all these clubs and he's out every weekend. And, well, it depends up to you. To me, as a woman, I'm not looking for the person I'm going to be with in a club that's constantly going out, that's constantly out here on these streets. I mean, that's me. If that's something you're looking for, then again, that's why you write your list. Don't make my list your list. You have your individual list that you want in your significant other. But talk is cheap. But if you see every single night he has devotional time, is not just written and he's sitting down, he's doing it, he's picking up that book. If you see that he's showing peace, love, and kindness and all the fruits of love, and it shows in his actions, then you know, he talks that talk and he walks that walk. And that comes to the money. Oh, yeah, I'm going to own a business and I'm going to be a million. I'm going to do all these things. But he has no financial discipline. He's not saving 10, 20% of his paycheck and everything goes out the door constantly. And instead of being physically responsible, he's spending all his money on sneakers and the flyest clothes and the newest trends. Then it's like, oh, okay, he said he's going to be a millionaire and he wants to do all these things, but his bank account stay on zero. And I've known this man for a year. Not even dating. Like, I've known him. We've been friends. I've been filling him out. And nothing is aligning. Pay attention to that. But I feel like I've been talking a lot.
I was just going to piggyback off of what you said. You really hit it on the nail from what I've experienced, because when I say I experience, I mean my own reflection on myself, because I found myself saying, I want this in a partner. I want that. And then I had to catch myself and say, hey, like, are you even these things for yourself? Are you working on your financial portfolio? Or like, what are you doing so that you could be meet someone else's list, like meet all the requirements on someone else's list, not just for someone else, but for your own self. So I found it kind of hypocritical to have these expectations, but not be working. So I think, I'm not saying, Natalie said to me, it's okay to partner with someone as you're pursuing that. And I was like, because I was being so hard on myself.
Building phase, like if you're in the building phase,
right? She was like, I said, nope. I need to be single until I'm this fit and this amount of money in my bank and this business is starting, like all these things. She was like, that's great, but you don't want to eliminate the experience of building with someone. So I think that it's important to self-reflect and know that you need to work on yourself so that you're fit for partnership. But I also think it's okay to give yourself grace that if you're in the pursuit or you see the fruit or accomplishment of some of those personal goals, you can then welcome someone who is equally pursuing growth into your life and partnership. So there's some kind of flexibility there, but you know yourself, you know what's best for you. And that's kind of my experience with what Christina was saying.
Okay. Would you date yourself right now?
Dang, was he?
I'm so sorry. We'll save that
question.
We'll
no. We should answer that, but let's start answering that question with you.
I'm so sorry. Wow. That's why I said I can ask the questions. But I hate answering.
Mes amis, moi dit, mes amis, avant continuer from dit ça. But
okay. Can I say one more thing? I'm sorry, guys. One more thing before we answer the question about dating.
Don't apologize. Good question.
Did it literally just slip my mind that easy? No, it was. I say this often. The greatest lie from the devil is that opposite attracts when it comes to relationships. We're not batteries. I feel like we're humans. And I was explaining this to you. This is why I don't think opposite attracts. And this is what I think we have to think about and consider when you're in relationships. It's cute at first. Oh, she makes me get out of my shell. She's an extrovert, so she gets me out of the house. It's real cute for the first 6 months. But when you're going into long-term relationships and you get married and that person constantly want to be out and you need to re-energize yourself and you need to be in the house and that person likes going on a walk and you like being on the couch and this person, eventually that person, you're naturally going to settle into yourself and who you are naturally, and you're going to find yourself going in opposite directions and keep going further and further and further. Fine, when you're looking at dating, I don't know if dating is the right word. Long-term commitment, forever commitment. Dating, it to me is hooking up here, hooking up there, just getting to see what you like, what you want. Well, to me, that's what modern day dating. Modern day, I feel like it's like the pre-commitment. The appropriate word is in pursuit of partnership. Okay, when you're actively in a serious pursuit of partnership, I think compatibility should be key. I think looking at compatibility between 8 and 9 is ideal. Somebody that you can genuinely be like, oh, hey, babe, I'm going for a walk because I need to stretch these legs. Well, me too, because you both love it. Hey, babe, but I'm going to canvas. You love it. And you will naturally spend time together because you like similar activities, which then mesh and then grows your bond stronger over time and throughout time. But when you're constantly conflicting because opposite attracts, y'all just hit like this constantly. I've seen it. I've seen people grow apart because yes, people change throughout life and people become new people, but there are some fundamental truths about individuals that just doesn't align with yourself. And in order to make a marriage or that relationship work, it takes a whole lot of effort and breaking and bending when it didn't have to be like that initially if you just looked at compatibility to begin with.
What's up, Wizzy? Why are you squinching your face like that?
It's going to take us so off course, though.
It's okay.
this is a
We
shorter
can
segment.
handle it. Please, I need to know what's on your mind.
I completely disagree.
I know you do.
I would say,
I agree with
like,
Tina.
it sounds like you're saying, it's okay. I'm gonna be by myself on this island. Okay. When you say compatible, like maybe I'm interpreting it wrong.
Yeah, we are.
So okay,
You guys have
You gonna
so
do the
many
intro?
things in common. And a lot of the things on your list that you're looking for the other person to have, you should already be those things, right? So then you would technically be your own best provider. But before we get into that, I think, no, not so much compatible. More so complementary. That's the word. You have to, for me, it's like you have to complement each other.
we're losing you.
If-
We're losing you.
If these are my strengths and they're not yours, we will complement each other. Because when you're in a relationship and you love each other, even though we don't have these things in common, I'm going to encourage you where you lack. And you're going to encourage me where I lack. Which is why I feel like whether you're a woman with masculine energy, you may be attracting feminine guys. That's okay. Or the other way around. You're a feminine woman. So a woman, she may be, you driving in a car and you see a bum on the street that's asking for money. He's not like, oh no, he's just going to go smoke with that. But the woman in the more compassionate and gentle side, like, hey, babe, let's just give him $1. Or, you know what, let's not give him the money. We'll bring him food. She will bring the compassion side out of him.
or him out of her.
Right? And then the guy who might be more like, no, that's dangerous. This could happen or that can happen. I'm going to be thinking more like a protector where she may be lacking in that way.
So I think that's
if
very
you-
surface. That's very
Let me
surface.
finish.
That's surface stuff that you can
Let me finish.
wiggle
I'm
on.
about to tell you, even for the deeper things, I'm telling you, even for the deeper things, it's for me, whether it's complementary or what you said, compatible, you have to put your ego to the side and allow each other to sharpen. Like if you put your ego to the side and you humble yourself, even though you don't have it in common, or you do, you want to spend the time together.
Tina's saying it's
You're
not
gonna-
sustainable because we're human.
I wouldn't call it bending backwards to force the relationship to work. I will call it iron sharpening iron. And you, if you put, like I said, if you put your
You're
ego
not
to
iron.
the
One's
side-
iron, one is wood. How you gonna sharpen each other?
I mean, there are people that if your values,
Okay.
if you don't have the same values, then yeah, it's gonna be a dead end.
Can I squeeze in? Let's.
But if you do, it's okay if you don't have
You go
everything
in
in
and
common
out.
or like most things in common. That's okay. Put it to the side
I think we
and
need
be
to
open.
unpeel a little bit more about where you stand and where she stands. I think
It could be beautiful when you don't have so much in common.
I think all of what you're saying truly has to do with the majority of the experience, like the experiences that you've had majority of your life, which is your husband. And so you might have a more compromising spouse,
Yeah, we're
Versus-
nothing alike.
but he relents.
We're nothing alike, but he introduced me to certain things.
Right. I'm going to pass it on to Christina, but
Okay.
I want to say to our listeners that we have the most
My point.
the most special
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
one of our guests.
But that's not the
hopping-
reason why. It's not the fact that
Can
he
you
likes
share with
heavy
us?
metal and he
That's
loves
what Rosie
heavy
shared.
metal. He loves heavy metal and I like
What are you?
gospel. You know?
Okay,
But I
out.
would listen to his playlist and he would listen to mine, and we've gone to concerts together.
You guys threw me off.
It's about just trying,
I do.
especially when you love each other.
Before you say what
that
you're going to
aside,
say,
that
Christina,
aside.
we do have a very special guest that will be joining us that will share his views and opinions on what Christina said because I'm excited. I'm looking forward to what he has to say, especially with just the experience under in his own family and just his perspective as a male. Christina, you're gonna say something.
Yeah, I do, and let's just put a name to it. Jean-Pierre is gonna join this conversation. You will not see him on screen, but he will be on the fourth mic for this conversation, sharing his thoughts on this. But I wanted to illustrate something. I it's often on Facebook. You probably see it. You see the pencil female with the nut tool that is used on screws dancing together, and you see the sharpener guy walking by, because that pencil thought because she belonged in something, she went and she found a nut, thinking, I mean, not a nut is not a good example.
That's the wrong tool. What's that tool
No,
called?
It's a nut, and it's round.
It's a wrench. I thought that was a wrench.
No, a wrench is what takes it off. But
okay,
the actual so she goes and find another, let's say, round object to go into, but what she really needs is a pencil sharpener. So we talk about compatibility. So yeah, you may share features, you may share things identical. You may be like, I'm pointy and I belong to, but
Values,
guess what?
I guess.
It doesn't hit and it doesn't align. That pencil did not belong with the rounded nut. She belonged with the sharpener, but she couldn't tell the difference because she probably didn't know what she was.
And just so
or
you
what you value. Like, what are 3 things that you value? You can have the same values, but not have too many things in common, like as far as hobbies. So what are 3 things that are top 3 you must have?
So here's the thing. When it comes to compatibility, compatibility isn't a specific category. It's the whole thing, and you weigh it. And you say, okay, spirituality, I'm this. Oh, but he's that. And then you look at all the things that you like and you weigh it and say, these are all the things I have in common. These are all the things we don't have in common, because nobody is identical. Twins. My husband is a twin. Him and his identical twin brother are like, they're alike, but not alike. So you and your significant other isn't going to be perfectly matched, but the amount of things you have in common has to outweigh the amount of things you do not have in common. Because if it's the opposite, it's the less time you're going to spend with each other, the more time you can spend apart over time, and the more likely somebody you have in common can come in.
And I want to say,
probably forever agree to disagree.
I want to say, for those of you chiming in and didn't see our last episode, this conversation, you might be thinking, what does that have to do with fatherhood? Where we left off in our last conversation, or last episode, we were talking about the green light, green flags, red flags, and how to navigate finding your partner. And so this is where we wanted to pick up off of our last episode.
Your future.
Right.
The
Future.
Who's gonna father
The
your
person
kids.
that's going to father your children. Correct. And so we're going to turn it over to JP so he can go ahead and give his input on this particular subject matter.
Hey, ladies.
Hello, JP.
How you feeling?
Hi, we feeling all right.
Good.
I want to first say thank you for inviting me, right, to be a guest on your podcast, right? We've been doing this podcast for the past, 9 months, 10 months, almost a year.
Almost a year.
Almost a year.
We're going to have a special episode.
Right, almost a year, right?
Episode.
Practicing, trying to understand, right, the beauty of conversation,
Yes.
allowing each other to talk, right? So I'm so proud of y'all growth, of y'all accepting the role as podcasters and taking it to where you're taking it to. So I appreciate the invite. We were talking about couples and what opposites attract, right? I believe that, right? Because we're not going to work if we're the same. If you're just like me, it's not going to work. This is from a man talking, right? I can't deal with a woman that's just like me. I need the opposite. You feel me? I need the soft. I need the supple. I need the understanding. I need the person to pick me up when I fall, right? Because I'm just going to keep on whirling, right? I need somebody that's going to check up on me, make sure I'm checking up on the doctors and doing what I need to do there, right? So I believe, right,
That we're
compromise.
Okay.
Compromise is the biggest thing that helps a relationship go. Can I compromise?
That's the one thing my marriage counselor said. A marriage is not about compromise.
Guess what? Your marriage counselor probably ain't married.
He is.
Yeah, he ain't happily.
He was
Can you
60.
explain what that means when he
Let's
said?
hear more.
Yeah.
Let's hear some more.
Yeah.
He
Write
said
that-
he-
write
but he
down.
not only does therapy, he's a professor. He's a professor at Weiner.
Okay, wait,
But go ahead.
I do want to hear more about his why on that, but
His-
go ahead.
his,
Jim.
his why on that would be
No, your why.
my why is because everything can't go your way, and when everything goes your way, it's your way.
In
You know what I
regard to
mean?
compromising.
Like, in compromising, there are some things that I don't. So let's put this on the table. If first of all, I'm single, I don't have anybody, I'm not in that. But if I had somebody and she wanted to go out every Friday, no,
Wait,
you don't-
go. Sorry.
go ahead, ask the question.
Going out for the ladies that like details like me.
Right,
Most people will assume that means going to the club or going out.
going wherever on Friday without me.
Bowling. Okay, without you. How?
Right.
Why? Why did I get married without going out with my person?
But
You know?
I understand that relationships should have interpersonal space.
Right.
So you should have your own space,
I agree.
but not every Friday, right? I should have
agree.
my own space. I shouldn't have the guys in the house every Wednesday for a card night and we sitting down there smoking cigars and
Right,
everything,
right.
right? Not every Wednesday. So you have to compromise on those things, right? When it comes to paying bills, sometimes you got to go without so other things can happen. All right, we taking vacations. I have to compromise and not spend money on all the things that I spend money on during the wintertime so that we have summer money saved up so we can go on a vacation and not stress us. So compromising is an integral part in a relationship, but it's critical that both parties are doing it the same way. I'm not just compromising so I can get what I want from you, and I'm not compromising for you. You feel me? Or you're not just compromising so you can get what you want from me, and you're not compromising for me. So I believe it works that way. Because when you compromise, you're also complimenting because you understand what they need and what they desire, right? Now, you can't have a relationship if we're not equally yoked, meaning we're going after the same thing. We both want this house, we want these cars, we want these kids. We have to work towards them. We can't give up on working towards them because we feel some type of way about each other because we're not compromising and because we're not being in a complementary relationship. So all of those things, all those C's, the complementary, the compromising. You said another C. What was the other C word that you had?
Compliment, compromise.
I brought up compromise. Y'all said
There's
compliment.
another C.
What's the other C?
Compatibility.
Compatibility. All that works together. All of it. You can't have one without the other. And if you think you can, I like to see it happen. Because at some point you have to compromise. Your therapist says compromising isn't a good thing. How do you have a relationship if you don't compromise? Your husband has to allow you to breathe, and you have to allow him to breathe.
Can I?
Go ahead.
So my answer to that, because when you say compromise, it goes to a win-lose situation. When you compromise, somebody wins and somebody has to lose. So what he said was, it's not compromise. It's called collaboration. You sit and you collaborate, and then you say, okay, nobody got to lose. How about we sit down and you like beef, I like chicken, but we both like rice. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this pot of rice. We're going to saute some chicken in one, and then you collaborate your life so that nobody loses and everybody feel like they're winning and you're constantly ebbing and flowing with each other. It's not because if you're like, all right, I really want to spend time with you tonight, but you really want to go out partying. And guess what? If I compromise that you're going to go out and I'm not going to spend no time with you, I lose. And then if I ask you to stay home, that means I get you tonight and you can't go out and you lose. But how about this, honey? I know you want to go out tonight. Instead of going out tonight at 6, can you go out tonight at 8? Can you spend 2 hours with me? Can we do a movie? Can we chill? And then you go out with your girls. So then you get a little bit of going out and I get a little bit of you too, honey. That's collaboration.
I
compromise.
I agree. I
get the collaboration.
How
I want that. I need that. Right? So I don't see it as
I guess we just changed
I
the
don't,
language.
I don't see it as a win or a loss. And that's for people that are you losing in your relationship? You shouldn't be.
that's what I was gonna say. I think losing is an inappropriate word
Right.
because
A therapist shouldn't even
Especially,
be
but in
using losing.
relationship, sometimes one person that's kind of like.
You just say what.
Go ahead.
To me, if I'm ever like my partner feels the need to separate himself from me for whatever reason, because I don't know why you want to separate from me, but anyway, if he feels the need to, I know it's critical. He really needs this, and for me to say, "Oh my goodness, yes, this is okay," because I trust that he also wants what's good for me and wants what's best for me, and can also give me that leeway when I need it. That brings me satisfaction. That doesn't bring me a feeling of loss. I feel like to give my partner to give my partner something that he needs to gratify that is brings me a feeling of
joy. It
joy.
should.
Like, yes,
should.
Oh my gosh, I don't feel lost. I feel like that's where I think your therapist, whoever, that choice of, to me, vocabulary is so important. The choice, the words that you choose is so important because it communicates, as I struggle to say what I'm trying to say. But anyway, just a sign that I'm tired. To me, it's like, I feel joy knowing that whatever I allow or have permitted is giving my partner satisfaction or meeting his need in whatever way. Yeah, I don't feel a loss.
Yeah, in the very beginning.
No.
15 years later down the line.
So I'm glad you said that's what I was gonna say that next.
Like,
okay, now the question is,
how much do y'all want to be doing together?
if he is consistently putting me in that situation, now we crush the threshold from serving one another to
You just serving him.
this is just
Right.
now a
Like
different
I said,
situation.
that's not compromising. That's you taking advantage of the fact
use,
that you are allowing him to go out. So he's just going to keep on doing it.
And if that's the case, then I'm like, all right, well, it's clear that you want a life of solitude or a life where you can do this. That's not the partnership that I need.
When
I release you.
I think when a man thinks about marriage, right, he's not thinking about marriage the same way you guys are thinking about marriage.
Talk to us.
Right? Especially for a man that can take care of himself. What's the point of getting into a relationship if you can take care of yourself? You cook your own food and wash your own clothes. Does he really want to get married?
Is there a benefit to being a husband?
Is there a benefit for a man to want to be married? It's a question. Right? Seriously, when you think of it, right? For me, there would be. To have a partner,
I can answer that question.
To have somebody to share my days with, right? To have somebody to talk to, right? Somebody that I could trust, somebody that's for me, my cheerleader, right? My person, right? Yes, I see the benefit in that. But after being alone, after being by yourself, and after being in the wrong type of situations with people, it's like,
You can say that again.
I would need somebody to show up and say, yo, I want this with you. You feel me? And I'm not talking about let's wait 6 months. Oh, then we're going to get married immediately. We're going to build on this, right? Because that's where we're at. I'm not trying to be in no dating relationship for another 4 or 5 years before I figure out whether or not I want to be with you or not.
So what's your max?
What? If I was to start dating,
establishing partnership with someone before marriage.
Yo, what you trying to do? What you trying to continue to date? You trying to get married? All right, come on, let's go.
What if it turns out to be?
Why would it turn out that way?
Because you haven't allotted the time to know
If their words match with their actions.
Yeah, if they are compatible and all the things that you listed, that takes time.
You learn that
while you're married.
Yeah, I mean that's what you end up doing in marriage anyway. Because you married somebody, then you don't stay married to them. You learned that
because people change.
No, you learned that they wasn't never the person that you thought they was.
So that's why people. Time.
That's why people separate. No, you don't need time because you're going to end up separating anyway. So let's just go
ahead. That
is
a party place.
Huh?
That is that's a room of darkness.
No, it's not.
Because you just said somebody's going to separate anyway.
You're going to majority of marriages end in divorce. I don't know. I don't know the numbers on it, right? But in this room right now, there are 2 people.
Majority.
You understand what I'm
Definitely
saying?
Majority.
50% end in divorce.
So then what's the point of marrying?
No. What's the point of saying you need to date somebody for 2 to 3 years to get to know them when you're going to be in the marriage getting to know them anyway? Regardless, you're going to be.
Because divorce is inevitable.
Want marriage to last. You want marriage to go ahead and last. So I think it's important to get to know the person prior.
But we just sat here and said people change.
They do.
So I'm going to date you for 2 years. And then I say, will you marry me? And then you change. No. I want to know how you going to act inside of marriage, so I'm going to go ahead and marry you now, and we'll figure out what you're going to change into.
So do you think divorce is inevitable?
It's only inevitable when we do not compromise, when we do not talk, when we do not put each other first. Baby, listen, I got to work.
Staying married is a decision. It's waking up every single day saying, honey, I choose you. After being in several situations, thank God none with infidelity, but marriage was hard. Marriage wasn't what I thought it was, but every single day I'm committed. I am faithful. I'm committed. I'm determined. I wake up and it's hard work, and it's about just dedicating and be like, you know what? But with that being said, that's because that is being reciprocated on the other half. And in between that reciprocation, there's a whole lot of love and a whole lot of respect and a whole lot of things that's gluing. Because me and my husband, if you haven't caught on to it, we didn't do the entire compatible. We are opposite. So when I say I speak from experience on marrying someone from the opposite and how we do our damnness to make it work. We have 2 beautiful kids together, and we ain't never going to separate because we've been together for 15 years at this point. But it's a struggle. I'm very artistic. I like doing things. I like
artistic.
Artistic. Like I do art.
It sounded like
you're funny.
Autistic. I'll take that.
Artistic.
Autistic.
I paint and do different types of art. And I like being out in the community. I like doing things. He's an introvert. He wants me in the house in short shorts and cooking all day, every day. And that's just his style. And so we have to talk about compromise all the time. And maybe that's for somebody, you know?
What do you mean?
It's for me because I don't have a choice. But it's hard. It's hard.
Do you feel like you
It's gonna be hard
lose
either way.
when you have to
One time or
compromise? You
another.
feel like there's a loss when you have to compromise?
Yeah.
Do-
Absolutely.
but-
There's a loss.
But what is winning? Your marriage. So there is no loss. Your marriage is winning when you compromise. The union between us is growing stronger because I'm willing to say what I want to do, I don't really have to do. I should be spending time at home with you, and you should be doing the same thing. But you get to say, all right, look, again, you want to go out and paint. Friday night, you just got a call that somebody's doing it. Baby, Friday, I want to go out and paint. Okay. All right, what time you coming in? All right, okay. I'll see you when you come in. You come in, and he got a bottle of wine downstairs waiting for you. Right?
That gets old real quick.
It
when
doesn't
you
get
constantly having to say,
should
put yourself
not.
aside,
It
put yourself
It
aside,
shouldn't be
put yourself aside.
constant. It should be maybe once a month.
If there's compatibility there.
If there's compatibility, if
It will be a problem somewhere else.
then I should
There's
not.
always something to work on.
I should not have
It
ever
would be.
married you because I saw that in you. It wasn't something that you just came out. When I put the ring on your finger and you said I do, you didn't just, oh yeah, I'm artsy. You've been artsy.
Right.
You've been
so
that.
That's why I said before you sign the papers and you get married and everything, you need to know who you are.
You've been that
right?
person though.
Listen.
You didn't change. You didn't change into that person. You've been that person.
So
but
no. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Especially people coming out of urban communities and dealing with the traumas we deal with. Who we are broken and hurt and with all the traumas is completely different from the person you are when you are healed and doing better and in a better position. And what you need also looks different.
True.
Did you ever do the color chart where it's red, blue, green, yellow?
What am I
And
coloring
somebody
for?
in a what is it called? It's called the
It's a personality test.
It
shows you
it's a
your
type
strengths.
of personality test, and
Like
it kind
if
of
you're extrovert or introvert.
you do a questionnaire, there's a whole bunch of questions.
Do you value do you value being with people?
That for someone who doesn't know themselves, or for someone trying to figure out who they are.
For someone trying, you're doing a questionnaire to
You
figure out
shouldn't.
who
You shouldn't even be
are,
married
right?
if you don't
Right?
know yourself. Y'all said that earlier.
But listen, sometimes.
So now, while you're married, you're figuring out who you are.
So listen,
Sometimes it happens.
Bullshit.
when you're, how many times you see?
Just stay single. Then.
Hold on,
Like-
listen.
or like you
how many
said-
times
or
do you
like
see
you
a
said,
16-year-old? Ooh,
Somebody
sorry.
passes away and you change. You was once an extrovert. Now you don't want to go.
How many
anywhere.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, all the way up, right? Early 20s. You're like, oh, I know who I am. You're 16. Oh, I'm grown. I'm an adult. I know what I want in life. I'm going to do this. And then when you turn 30, you look back to your early 20 self and go, oh my God, I thought I knew. I thought I know who I was. And then you reflect, you're like, dang.
Your 20s is full
I really didn't.
Your 20s are full of confusing, defining moments.
But you didn't know that in the moment. You didn't know that.
No, you didn't know. You don't know that. You don't know that until you get a little bit.
When you're 30,
let me
your
twist
40-year-old you talk to your 30-year-old
Let me twist it up a bit.
You'll be like, dang, I ain't know.
I gotta stop you right there because I think we all truly know who we are, but we're conditioned to say this is who you're supposed to be or who you should be, and then you turn away from who you really truly. I mean, think about it.
And then you just end up coming back around.
Right? How many of who you are today? How much of that have you truly felt since you were young? But you might have veered from that because of influences, environmental influences, trauma influences, religious, spiritual influences that tell you what you should be. But then, like Rosie said, you might make a full circle and say, dang, I kind of already knew that this was me.
Much later in life, like in your 30s, when
So,
you start being like,
it's allowing yourself not to be conditioned. And I know a few people like that. But you are ostracized.
It's hard not to be when that condition starts when you're born. Hey, you're a little boy. Don't wear pink. You can't wear yellow, orange, or any of the floral colors because you're a boy. Oh, you're a girl. You can't play football. You can't play basketball. You can't do any sports because that's too masculine. Like, you're conditioned literally the moment you come out of the womb.
So you're saying uncondition your children and just allow them to do whatever they want to do?
I'm saying
No.
speak truth and let them know. Don't create these societal barriers. My son, if he wants to wear pink, right? My husband, what if you wore pink today for breast cancer month, does that change your sexual orientation?
It depends on why he's wearing pink.
Right.
It's the why. So if I put pink on my son and I'm like, all right, it's breast cancer month, we're supporting breast cancer, it's about the why. Like,
But if
why
he
are
wants
we
the
pushing
matching,
things?
but if he wants the matching pink lip gloss, then that's another conversation.
But it's okay. But it's okay when it comes from a mom. It's like, I'm going to support my son. And this is what happens, right? Fathers raise men. Women raise women. Period.
I think fathers and mothers raise daughters, and fathers and mothers raise sons.
Well, it's not always that way, right? Even in a household where
A child takes after both.
The only from birth to 10, mom, you can have him. After 10, give him to his dad. Dad has to teach him how to be a man. You don't know how to be a man. You know how to be a woman, but you don't know how to be a man. So there are certain things that only a man can teach a man. Certain things that
a woman can teach a woman, absolutely. And there's certain things a father needs to teach a daughter, such as when the father takes the daughter out on a date and open up the door doing all those. No, that's educating. That's educating.
That is showing them.
This is how a man needs to treat you.
That is showing them how they should be treated. Not saying this is how a man should treat you, because there are tons of people that have done that and the daughters still like the bad boys. Y'all still like the bad boys because mom didn't sit there and tell you why you shouldn't like the bad boys. She didn't tell you anything, but dad took you out. Dad was nice. Dad did all these things. And you still dated the drug dealer that didn't give a rat's ass about nobody.
Was the dad doing those things and a drug dealer himself? Because the girl's going to do what she sees, not only what she's told.
Okay, I was a drug dealer raising my children, right? But I never showed my children that. I spoiled my children. So now it's going to take a man to come up and spoil my daughter to get my daughter to even bat an eye at you. You know what I mean? You have to make yourself known and make your intentions known as well. And then when your intentions are known, she's going to pick up the phone and call, Dad, I need you to meet this guy. And I'm going to meet him. And I'm like, I don't think so. You feel me? But I'm going to let you make that decision, baby. I'm here for you. I'm supportive, right? But I'm not the type of man that's going to have an attitude and not talk to the man, because if I can give that guy some advice and help him become a better husband for you, I'm all for that. You feel me? Like, I'm even in that way, right? So for my son, he doesn't. I'm not gonna say he's hyper emotional, and that comes from women. He's not logical. He doesn't think about things on a logical. Like, damn, I can do this. This doesn't work. I can get this fixed. I can do it. Like, oh, bro, chill, calm down. But that's my fault, right? Because I wasn't there the way I was supposed to be there, right? So I get it. I understand it.
And that's a great way to not introduce, but bring it back to the subject of fatherhood and like
how to pick a father.
And that's a great JPC. This is why he does what he does.
No,
because this is.
I think women are picking father. I'm not going to say all. I don't speak in absolutes. There are women that are picking fathers, men to be fathers, men to be husbands, but not a lot of them, right? Some people are picking just a guy because he got. I remember when we was younger. It was like, oh, he got nice hair. My baby gonna have nice hair. You feel me? Oh, right, Miss Simone or whatever. Like, come on, that's the best thing you could. Oh, he got a nice smile. My kids are gonna have nice teeth. No, what about his attitude?
Or he's 6'5",
Right.
so I'm gonna have tall.
I'm gonna have tall kids, right? You're looking at the little things, but you need to weigh against everything. What type of man is he? How compassionate is he? Is he a community builder or a community destroyer? Is he tearing people down or lifting people up? Those are the types of men that we need to be looking for, right? To build a healthy community. If we're not looking for those types of men, then we're feeding the wrong end of the stick. You can't get mad when it hits you back, right? So look for a husband. Look for what you want in a husband, right? Like, what type of man are you looking for? Looking for an honest man, a man that doesn't cheat. I say for me, as long as the relationship starts the right way, you'll get the best gift I could possibly give you. You feel me? But if you go crazy and go left, I'm gonna go left too. And then everybody, oh man, you tit for tat. No, I'm not. Those are the rules of the game. She changed it.
What are 3 things that you do value?
Honesty, loyalty, and just a belief in my dream, right? Someone that can believe in my dream and push me when I don't feel like it, right? It gets hard, right? That's one thing that happens when you're in the middle of building something that benefits so many other people. It gets hard because you get other people that either want to do the exact same thing or a version of it, so it pulls away from what you see because you're like, oh man, we could have did this together, but you want to do it separately, right? So, I see that. I see that a lot. I'm not mad at anybody. I wish them nothing but the best. But I know why I came up with my idea, right? I know why I did what I did. God gave me that, right?
Okay.
I didn't see anybody else do it and want to do it, right? I'm doing it because God told me to do it. So that's where I'm at.
And we love it.
Right.
Can't wait to be there tomorrow.
Right. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
My 3 values is one of the top ones on my list is actually honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Just brutally honest. I might be a little bit in my feelings for the day,
Right.
but I need the truth. Second will be vulnerability.
Dang, that's a tough one. She got
That's
me to be
number
vulnerable.
2, not hiding. And I know that's a big responsibility when somebody's sharing something in one of the doors of their heart that they rarely let people in. You got to hear it, respect it, and not share it with other people. Like, not gossip that thing with other people. So, honesty, vulnerability, and the third one would be, I don't know, like, just loving to learn and grow, but specifically spiritually. Like, that would be my top 3.
Can you date somebody that's not of the same religion as you?
Yes, I could. I know it's not recommended because
Why is it not recommended?
Because they say you're not compatible. You're gonna have to compromise too much.
Compromise what? Your belief?
Why?
Compromise too much. Let's say they are a Seventh-day Adventist. Friday sunset, you're not doing anything. You can't work. It's time to rest. And I'm like, I go to church on Sunday. So, but for me, I'm gonna try my best not to book anything or work Friday sunset. And until the Sabbath ends for you, because that's what you honor. and then on Sunday I'm gonna go do my thing, and hopefully you could come with me. And then, but usually for the kids though, I would let the father lead the kids spiritually. So
you would.
How you going to hell because you
So you would.
I don't believe that.
Buddhist.
I believe
a Buddhist.
Any religion.
You mean any
me,
religion?
Just about any.
Who is going to hell
except
for
for Mormons?
Who is going to hell?
I am very
Christina.
because there's so much stuff that I was so.
Are you sure?
That was so fundamental. I only read the King James. I only worship. I was so strict, and as I'm getting older, I'm just like I interpreted it so wrong. I got this so wrong. I thought I knew everything. I'm not saying that the Bible is wrong, but I'm saying how I interpreted it is. And what if there's more that I've interpreted? So I'm open. You want to go to the mosque? I will go with you. I will cover up. I will say the 4 pillars, but I won't say the 5th because I believe that Jesus Christ is King. That's my belief. So that's just for me. I'm very compromising. At this point, I'm so compromising. At this point, just be into women only. At this point. So that's how compromising I am. You know, just be a lover.
When she
of
says
women.
woman only, meaning a sisterhood, a fraternity.
That's not what I'm talking
that's not
about.
what she's talking about.
That's
So
not what I'm talking
fraternity,
like a man
fraternity in
that
Creole,
is-
but sorority. Like, I need
Praise
to
it.
walk.
All right.
So yeah, I'm very understanding. I'm very understanding.
That was Christina.
I'm
for
firm
just
on. I'm
the
not
soul
wishy-washy. I'm
listeners.
firm on what I
Banging
believe.
on the bell.
I love reading the Bible. I could never get tired of talking about God.
Have you ever tried to
praying
read
and-
another book?
Yeah, I have the Quran in my bookshelf. I have. I dabble into what the Hinduism. Not saying that I would practice it, but I've noticed like the disciples when they left the Middle East and traveled all over. I think James went to India, and a lot of the 7 steps to reach your chakra are the 9 fruits of the spirit. So it just maybe James came and taught this. They took it and it turned into so many other things. Even in Christianity, we have so many denominations. Even we have Catholicism that's different than Lutheranism. It's all so different.
Everything.
So people take things and they interpret it how they want. At the end of the day, like Jesus said, love your neighbor, treat people well. And God is the one true God. Like, treat people well.
And who is the one true God?
God.
So there is somebody other than Jesus.
For me.
Oh.
For me.
Okay. All
For
right.
me.
Just for you.
It's a little bit different. It's
Yeah.
a little more complex.
I know.
Do we understand the Trinity fully? No. But I'm not leaving that up to my understanding. Like, if it don't make sense to me, it must not be true. I'm just going to leave that for God
Jesus
to
is a
reveal
part
to
of
me.
the deity. So it's like an eggshell.
Yeah, because
I mean,
if
an
you,
egg.
like I said, interpretation is crazy.
It is.
So if you go back and you read in the as original as you can get in the Hebrew text, even if you want to go into the Ethiopian Bible, it says in the beginning, it's explaining creation. I was even shocked by this. The word for Holy Spirit is ruah, which is a feminine word. And I'm just like, what? When we say Holy Spirit, we always say he. So in the beginning, you have God, you have Jesus, you have the Holy Spirit. It says, let us make man in our image. Who is the us that they're talking about? I don't fully understand, but one day I will.
Well,
God the Father, God the Spirit.
Who is the us? Who is the us?
I don't think we should try and put God in a box and say,
Yeah, we can't put him in a ways like, okay.
For us
Like
to
you said, in
understand
a
it, because we
box.
never will.
God, as the more you pray, whichever religion, the more you pray, the more you seeking and yearning after him, he's going to start revealing and unlocking things to you little by little by little. And the journey is so beautiful.
Amen to that.
And you can't be stubborn to like, this is how I was raised, or this is, this is how I was raised, and I'm only going to believe this. You have to let go again your ego and be humble and be open. And the possibilities are endless.
I guess you can only marry a Christian, right?
Yes.
How about you?
no comment.
No comment.
Okay.
Values.
Look, why you ball your face up like that with your sister?
I did. I said no comment. That's all I did. I didn't ball my face. My face stretched.
Right.
Stretched. I was interested.
I don't see myself in partnership with someone that is completely closed-minded.
Closed-minded to what?
Closed-minded
to religion?
To
the multiple
understanding
religions?
the layers of the Holy Scriptures. That is the Bible, right? There are people that are convinced that because I had a second piercing, I'm damned, right? There are people convinced that now that I'm divorced, I'm damned, right? So there are people, they're just black and white.
That's not scripturally sound.
And so
Interpretation for a book written. All of them written long
not
ago.
about interpretation.
That doesn't.
Did you read the Bible?
That doesn't eliminate its
No.
They didn't read it.
It doesn't eliminate the valid points that it makes, but it also says that God gave us free will, correct? So you can choose without punishment, but you have consequences for your choice, right? So if I choose to marry a woman who is Catholic and I'm Muslim, what kind of relationship do you think we're going to have? We ain't going to have a good one because they're at war against each other out here in the world. So it's already set. The world set our relationship up. So I can't date a woman, even if I appreciate what she brings and what she offers for being a different religion, because we're already fighting each other. The Catholics and the Muslims, the Christians and the Muslims are fighting each other.
You two don't have to subscribe to that.
No, but our religions will.
You mean
know what I
your
mean?
place of worship?
Not
Society will impact the relationship that makes
relationship.
it difficult.
I'm Muslim. I'm dressed in my Muslim garb, and I'm going to the masjid. I'm going
I think
for
the
Jumu'ah.
Muslim guard is the way you should dress.
Right.
Period.
And we're not respecting. She's not respecting what I'm doing. Right. I'm not respecting what she's doing on Sunday. So
Why
right there,
not respect it?
I'm not saying I won't. I'm saying it happens. Right.
Okay.
In Islam, you are told you can marry a person who's not Muslim. Most people don't want to, but it's not against law. There's nothing in the Quran that says you can't do that. There are other religions that say you can't do that, right? So it's like, how is that possible? And what does that do? So
I do understand the evidence the Scripture provides about God's sentiments towards mixed relationship. He was very upset when Solomon decided to adopt, to appease his wives and concubines and their fathers. He adopted their beliefs, the practices of Molech and all these false deities.
Yeah.
And God took away his rule, his legacy, the lineage of David to rule was removed. He then passed on the reign to a different family. And so I know that God
It's very explicit.
has a disdain, or he's removed from mixed religion. So when we're talking about evidence of the Scripture and where God stands, the God of the Holy Bible, he is not for mixed religion relationships.
And that
so
is seen throughout.
I
While
think that
Israel traveled to the promised land. It is
that's
seen
the proof.
throughout, and he set
Like
set
if she-
laws
yeah.
on how to interact and engage.
he said that he
with
will sell the people of
other religions.
Israel.
Well, they were more into like worship, like voodoo type of
calf
stuff, right?
worshiping. And
Well, I would say
it's a religion. If you're
Catholics-
open to a religion, you can't exclude
Molech,
voodooism.
Listen,
the
when we say
worship of
when we
Molech
say
Sir,
Molech
was children
which would
being
be-
sacrificed.
Yeah, children, right? Okay. Whatever spirits that they were worshiping, whatever those deities they were worshiping. When you look at Catholicism, Muslim,
Judaism.
Islam, and Christianity, they all stem
They are the religion.
from the Old Testament.
The Abraham.
So is that really, if Solomon were to
Well, Judaism,
have
you forgot
a
Judaism.
wife that was Muslim that stems from the Old Testament, is that like Molech? For me, I don't.
It's
think
not.
so.
It's
It
not.
is. Don't complicate it.
I mean,
No,
Don't complicate it.
don't
Think about
simplify it to make it seem
once
like
once a religion deviates
From
from the
what?
plan of redemption, once it deviates
That's why I
from
said
God's
Old
commandment,
Testament. That's why I said
it is no
Old
longer
Testament.
of the Lord.
Okay.
It is its own thing, and that in and of itself is separation from God,
What's-
and that's what He doesn't
Say it
like.
again. Say it again.
Okay.
Once a religion does what? Separates from who?
When it deviates into
Deviates
its
from who?
own
From the scriptures.
rules, because God did not say to sacrifice human life.
Who does that?
The people that worship Molech.
No,
That
I'm
was
talking
then.
about the top 3 religions,
Right.
the main 3: Islam,
Judaism.
Catholicism, and
No.
Christianity.
Because
Christianity
and
is
Catholicism the same.
Catholicism.
But it's
They're
Christianity,
considered the same.
Judaism, and Islam.
Judaism is up there.
It's
it's Jewish.
Yeah, Jewish.
I thought that was
That's
such
the
a
3
small.
So where
No,
did
that's
you?
the 3 well,
Where did
Jews
you
are
read that in the
like-
Old
You're right.
Testament? Correct.
So it's like
And the Old
and
Testament
old and new.
is considered the Torah, right?
Yes, the first 5
Right.
books.
So you read about Solomon in the Torah,
Yes.
Yes, but he's referenced in the New Testament as well.
referenced in the New Testament, but no stories about him. You know what I mean?
No, because he didn't exist.
I don't know, but you know,
Picking
were
a
talk-
husband.
we were talking
Because
about
these are the things we like to talk
When your
about.
values
Picking
are
a
different,
husband, right?
It's definitely a bunny hole.
So your values shouldn't be different. You should worship God and serve Him,
No,
right,
yeah.
accordingly. But support your partner in whatever. If she decides to worship a,
But Wuzzy's the
bottle.
one with the notes and the host for tonight.
I apologize.
You gotta keep us on track.
I think we were supposed to answer. We were talking about what are the traits you were looking for.
Yeah,
in a
the
husband.
3
Rosie
values.
answered,
Well, yeah,
and
that
we
was
were, I was looking at her sideways when she was like, "I'm open to
Well,
every
I
religion."
would like to
I-
pass.
I
Y'all
meant the
take
top
your
3.
turn.
I meant the top 3. That's what
I'm not
I meant.
there.
Like, do you read the Old Testament? That's what I need.
I don't want to
Don't
talk.
retract now. I got
That's
my
what I
eyes
mean.
on
Now,
you.
if he's going, what's the God Beyonce serves?
I
Oh,
don't know.
Oshun?
Oshun. Now, if you into that Oshun voodoo, then definitely not. What I meant to say was the 3, the top 3.
Okay,
I'm
thank
not
you
gonna-
for clarifying.
I was so strict before, and as I've gotten older, I've seen that my interpretations are not right.
Can I say that let's
Can we pray?
I guess-
Even the 2 Christians that are getting married, are y'all even praying together? Just can we
So
pray?
here's the thing: we keep associating. Maybe we should, but Christianity. I feel like that's very on face value is those who follow Christ, right? But we have turned it into some type of ritual, realistic, some type of like going to church and
I do my devotions.
and
every
that's why
morning.
a lot of Christians, like myself, I say I have my faith in God because through my faith, I'm not trying. It's not about going to church every single Sunday. It's not about I gotta pray this many times a day. It's about my intimate relationship with God, how He's transforming me and moving me, how I'm praying. I'm not about when we were younger in church. Oh, you gotta do this and you gotta do this, and we weren't read well.
Wear the long
We read the Bible
skirts,
because our
cover
dad
your hair.
made us. No, I believe that there is a sense of modesty that we should go back to because it goes all the way.
But you can be
that's
wearing,
a whole nother episode.
I know, but listen, you can
But-
be wearing the long skirts, being a missionary, being a prophet, and when you in front of those gates, he says, "Depart from me, I never knew you."
Because it was ritualistic. God throughout the Bible always talks about the heart. Why was David chosen? It's all about the heart. You can sit here and bend and kneel and
Pray
do all
5
these
times
things
a day if
over
it's
and
not
over.
from the heart. Yeah.
And if it's not from your heart, if your heart is not with God, it's not with God. So I think, but the whole entire about the dress, I want to grow to be more modest. Why? Because it's about, I don't want to get down this rabbit hole because it's a long conversation, but it's about taking care of your brothers and sisters in Christ and not being a temptation towards them. And I know there's a whole argument. Well, if I wear short shorts and my cheeks are out, then that shouldn't affect how the man look at me, and he doesn't have to sin and look at me and da-da-da. I have my own opinion of that. We could have an episode and talk about the dress and modesty and being responsible for our brothers and sisters in Christ. But But I do think it's about your faith in your personal walk with God. Hence why when Jesus died, the temple, the curtain was ripped from top to bottom, not bottom to top. It's to show that man didn't tear that curtain. God opened up the gateway to say, you no longer need a king, a priest, a pope, whoever, a pastor, to come to me. Come to me, everybody. Talk to me. Have that relationship. And then he put the Holy Spirit inside of us when we accept Jesus Christ so that we can have a inner connection with him. That is beautiful and powerful.
It is.
So when I say that I want to marry a Christian, I say I want to marry somebody that's walking in the faith. It's not somebody that's ritualistic. There's a difference for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop turning to me, please.
No, what are your qualifications, your traits? You're not gonna. Oh, okay. So I wrote mines down. I've said this in another episode that I am a sapiosexual, and everybody, what's a sapiosexual? It's somebody that puts intellect above all. So I like somebody. So that's my first. No, my first trait is faith. Like I said initially, somebody that walks with God. And they have fruit on their tree, and I can see it visibly in their life. And if they love God and they fear God, they are going to love and respect and treat me right. Because when they don't do that, they understand the consequences that God will put on their lives for not treating me the way that they should. Because I am protected by my Father. I know that for a fact. He has shown his hand time and time again with people that put their forces against me. But besides that, so it's faith, it's intellect. I like having deep conversations about whatever and anything and just exploring and reading. So that's one thing I really like, intellect. And I don't know. I had to shut my eyes and be like, what are the best traits of Jamar? So the third thing would be...
your third value.
It was kind of tied between intimacy and ambition. No, intimacy and ambition. It will be intimacy first. I'm an intimate person. As y'all tell throughout the episode, I think God created intimacy and the XEX to be the way it is because he understands how beautiful it is. So I love, and not just
think
like
God
physical.
knows how beautiful sex is?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
He created every nerve that goes up and down your shaft in my vagina. Yes,
he
does.
put those nerves certain
Absolutely.
places
He created you the way he created you to feel all of that. Isn't he such a good guy?
For procreation, he didn't want it to be painful.
Yes.
And that's what I mean.
Do you know
So why
what
is
God's first
having
commandment?
a baby painful then?
Because of sin.
It wasn't supposed to be.
Fucking shit.
It wasn't supposed to be.
It was a curse in the garden. He said that woman would suffer during childbirth from eating the apple and the disobedience.
And we do agree
But
on
God
the Old
first,
Testament,
what
right?
What did God say? His first commandment.
So what does
Be fruitful and multiply. God literally said, go and be fruitful and to multiply. And that's only through that act of intimacy. God created it so beautifully. So beautiful.
Yeah, sex is different, married.
So you saying God has
married.
sex to know how it feels?
He doesn't have to.
We don't know.
So how does he know how it
Like,
feels?
yeah, we can't put God in a box. I can't answer that question until I die and I
Did
meet
sex
my
not
maker.
feel different, married versus not?
No.
Okay. The first time having sex as a married person felt very different.
I'm sure if you ask 100 men, they'll say no.
So for three for me.
Y'all are
is-
emotional.
is
Women are
that.
emotional, so everything changes when
Man,
you get
everyone's
married.
emotional. You guys aren't robots. You have emotions
That's
too.
that's
I
how
guess
we
you have
that's how we have no other choice but to be robots.
If you could
true.
let your emotions
No,
show
in a healthy
little
relationship,
more,
you should be able to
would
be
you?
emotional and vulnerable to your wife.
You don't want
If somebody came up to you, slapped you in your face, you get emotional. So you have emotions, right? So everybody's emotional.
Every- Yeah, it's how you react to it.
It depends on who's
Stop.
smacking. It
Will
does.
Smith, a Will Smith kind of smack.
Will Smith. Oh, we fighting. That's not emotional.
So
That's
men
logical.
and women are emotional. Let that phrase never come out your mouth again.
That's
Men
logical.
and women are
That's
emotional.
logical.
But women are logical. There's logical women.
Yeah. Hello. How you doing?
There are logical women.
You never told us what's the benefits of having a husband. I'm still waiting. 30 minutes.
Because she's
later.
going in and she's
So
examining.
it was faith.
Mm-hmm.
Faith,
don't know.
intellect, intimacy. Because Listen,
Yeah.
I love my
Right.
intimacy. But on all levels, physical, emotional, all the things.
Right.
And then ambition. I know we wasn't doing fourth, but ambition. Somebody that has drive, motivation. Because with that drive and motivation, I feel like you can lead, you can bring forward, you got a plan. We're going to something. Somebody that sits still and just twiddle their thumbs and ain't
What
gonna
if
work
someone
with me.
that's contentment? That's
What?
contentment.
Oh man, get to be content.
Why?
There are some people content and complacent.
Jeff Bezos,
But
was
it's just not gonna work for me.
Huh? Jeff Bezos ain't content. He's building more Amazons
His workers are building more Amazons.
off of his plan.
He's got people working for him, growing his business.
But in
But
the
we don't have
beginning,
time. We need
to build it, he had to not be content.
Yeah.
Right after you make $244 billion, then you could be content.
Right.
But no, even
We
in that,
we
he's
never
still
know
not
for
content.
sure.
He divorced his wife, didn't
She divorced him.
he? He got a new one, didn't he?
What or did he divorce her?
Right? I don't know. 9 times out of 10, the woman divorced him.
Well, did you know in the same year? Just a side note, guys. Jeff Bezos, a lot of CEOs got divorced. Disney CEO in the same year. This was like during COVID.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
'cause
true.
they-
Bill Gates, like
Yeah.
they all
But
went
his
through
was,
divorce.
I think
the
his was a
same.
real divorce.
Because they was going to come out and talk about the island. Because, you know, you got millions of dollars. You on the island.
So
That's crazy, ain't it?
So there was a question
Mm-hmm.
asked earlier that nobody answered.
Would
Would you date yourself?
I definitely would.
You know, we dodged the question for
The you who you are right now.
The you who I've always been. I would definitely date. All you have to do is be honest.
I would not date myself right now
All you have to do is be honest.
Why?
That's
Dig
it.
into that.
because I'm trying to dig into something. Because I am not in a space where. Okay,
You want to date.
let's say if I want to date myself, right?
Yeah, if you met somebody just like you with your pros and your cons, right? Would you like the way?
I cannot
That
in this
person-
moment afford to date myself
Why not?
because I'm looking at myself, right? The Mimi, right, says I got to get a second job right now because I need to do X, Y, and Z for my children, for me, right? So the free time that I need to provide for a relationship now has to go to employment. So unless you can come in and literally afford my time,
Literally.
then I can't. That's why I'm so glad we're on this, because that's why a lot of women are like, he ain't give me money, and a lot of men might think, oh, she's a gold digger, she just want money for. But what do we can we really afford to give you our time unless you can come in and give me what I need to function as a woman, as a mother? You know, so it's like you really can't afford me.
Never thought of it like that.
You can't afford me because I need to take care of myself. If I'm giving you that time, my children will starve. They will not have health insurance. They will not be able to get their dental plan taken care of. Sorry, this is my frustration coming out right
Because
now,
that's
but
not
like,
true. That's not true. That's not necessarily true, right? A person that wants you should.
But men don't tell us that anymore. We're scrutinized
Because
for that expectation.
Nobody is telling anybody. The man ain't telling you, and the woman ain't saying, I like you. I really like you. I really want to. Because that's what a man wants to hear. Once he realizes that you really like
you
him,
have
it's a
to
wrap.
give us that's.
And then he's gonna take care of her.
Damn right. Why wouldn't he? If you're the woman that he wants. No, he don't want to sit there. Man is not going to keep on. I'm gonna keep betting on this long shot horse. That's what he's doing.
I don't think men are built like that anymore.
I'm gonna keep betting on this long shot horse to win this race. $20 every time. I'm trying. Finally, the horse, they stop putting the horse up. Why that horse not running? I want to win this long shot bet. Then you go and you figure out that the horse was never supposed to win. Like, you were just there to take the money because they give you the best odds, right? If I put $20 on this horse, I'm going to win $2,000. So now I go up and somebody says, no, this horse is going to win, but you're not going to win $2,000. You're only going to win $40. But the horse is definitely going to win. What horse you going to bet on? You going to win or you going to keep on taking a shot? So for women, and I'm comparing this to women, if I'm trying to talk to you and you're not giving me any energy back, I'm not going to keep invested time into you. I'm not going to chase you, around because the same.
We're not
thing,
talking about time.
No.
We're talking about dollars.
but time.
But as a woman, you
time
need to show
equals
me
dollars.
No, as a woman,
No, she needs actual dollars.
No, what I'm saying, right? Actual time equals actual dollars.
Okay, so in that time that I'm hoping that you give me something, what bills are not getting paid, or what am I losing?
There is no bills
Y'all-
not getting paid because you still have a job.
Y'all
You're still
missing
working.
what he
No,
said.
you're right.
No, you missing what she said.
Y'all
No, I
missing
get
what
what he's saying.
He said just say. Show that you're interested.
How can I
He's
say
gonna pay her
something?
bills?
No. Time's out.
Talking shit.
I like you. You gonna pay my bill?
No, it's not
That's
that.
not what
Show
it is.
interest. Don't be so.
How can I show
Chase me,
interest?
chase me, chase
How
me.
can there be interest shown if there's no real receipts to know if this is a real investment, if this is a true
You're asking for the
Oh,
man to
okay.
invest. You're not investing anything.
we're both
Well, to know if
investing
he's
in each
serious.
other.
What are you investing?
To know
If I'm
he's
giving you my
serious.
time, it's gonna be worth it.
It's not. I'm not going to try to take.
Right.
I'm not trying to take all of your time.
You-
I'm
you-
trying
you're
to have
reading into
conversations.
what I'm saying.
I'm trying to have conversations with you because listen, I understand people have to work.
Yeah,
I have to work,
right.
so I have to pay bills. I'm in this joint by myself. Nobody's in here with me. So if I don't work, don't nothing happen. Lights don't come on. Microphones don't work. Can't make no money. So if I'm not working, it doesn't work. So I get that. I'm not trying to take all your time, but I do need to know that you want me to take your time. And communication solves that. Yo, let's just talk on the phone.
It's hard to just
Right.
say, "Hey, I'm
I
gonna
will
take a
pop up-
chance."
You gotta
I will-
take
And
love
like
is
this.
a
Oh, I
risk.
like you.
You
It's-
have to take
I gotta-
the
That's
risk.
I gotta pop up at your
youthful
job with
for
lunch. That's time. I gotta pull up out front and say, yo, I got lunch outside for you. Come downstairs again just to see you.
No,
Right?
you gotta look at it from a woman's perspective, because the ratio of help me with the language with this, but the ratio of
Cost of living?
income and the cost of living is different for men and women. That's why we are fighting to get asked for more pay, because our expenses are more than a man's. A man might say, well, then don't get your nails done, don't get your hair done. Okay, what about my pads? What about the feminine products that I do really truly are essential to me? You know, these are
All that
expenses
cost is
that
going
a
up.
man does not have. So it's called the pink tax, right? All the expenses that women have that men don't, and yet we get paid
Bras,
less.
that's it.
Yeah, so it's the demand.
I didn't ask for liberty and pursuit of equal opportunity and all that other stuff. Y'all did. Y'all were burning bras.
We're telling you the reason why.
No, I'm saying I agree with you.
You know what? I'm gonna do another one. Wow.
I'm not knocking you because of it, but you kind of asked for this stuff. You wanted to go to school. You wanted education. You wanted to be on the workforce.
Okay, so the original question was, would I date myself?
Right.
And I
Yeah.
said the why.
No.
And so, unfortunately or fortunately, you're saying to take the leap of faith.
That's what
That
love
individual-
is. Damn,
For
that's
the
what
right
love.
person.
But
for
I
the
did
right
that.
person.
Huh?
I did that.
And it wasn't
We
the
can
right
do it again.
person.
We can do. Don't
And
be
you
afraid.
keep doing it.
So take the risk again.
You
Not again and again,
Go.
but for the
I
right
had to bet
person.
on myself this
Stop.
time.
You do.
Oh,
you
bet
do.
on yourself.
You do.
Enjoy betting on yourself, because
You
in
do.
betting on yourself, you learn who you are, right? You learn what you like and what you don't like, right? It's not superficial,
take
because
your time to
you
do
did everything Christina tells you to do. You got married. You was in the same religion. Pause.
Not what Christina told her to do. Don't ever do that.
I'm saying what you're saying you do now. What you're
Oh, okay. Cause
the fuck, bro.
okay, no. Okay.
We understand.
You talk about in context
you understand
of
what I'm
today.
saying? You did everything that she lays out on the line for you to do. The type of man you should want that's
And
equally,
then some.
and then some. And did it end up the way you wanted it to end up? Nah.
No.
Right? So
But she
sometimes,
didn't do what I said.
sometimes, occasionally, just those moments when you meet somebody and you feel like they can be more than what you need.
There's a spark.
Honestly, I
different.
didn't do what I said. I'm saying this now.
That's why I'm
15
not
years
paying
in.
you no mind.
No, I'm saying it now, 15 years in, because this is what we have to tell the younger generation.
No, we have to
so that they don't duplicate some of the mistakes we made.
we have to tell the younger generation that life will give you oranges and apples.
compromise.
But we
At
want
end
the
of
next
day.
generation to always have a leg up and a step up and do better.
You only get a leg up and a step up when we do better. You can't get a leg up and a step up by yourself.
Yeah, when we do.
When we do better.
Right.
When mom and dad do better.
Right.
When
right,
grandpa
right.
and grandma do better. When aunts and uncles do better. When cousins and friends do better. Until then, we're not taking a step up. We're taking a step on. All right? So, help each other, man. Talk to each other. But again, like we put all these things that complicate life, right? I believe there's only one creator, right? I believe that whatever, whoever, when I get there, I'll learn. If I get up there and there's a frog, and I'm just gonna lick me and send me back down. Guess what? I'm coming back down. I won't have no memory of it, and I come right back down here and do it all over again, right? But I'm not knocking the belief in my creator, right? So, but whatever creator you have, I love you. I don't love who you love. I love you. So if I love you, I'm good with that. And that's just where I am, right? It's real simple.
And I said that. And
I understand what
the
you're saying,
message.
but not everybody's like that.
I know. And not everybody's like that. And then you go out there and you find out you should be like that because you get married again and you go through the same shit all over again. You're like, damn, I got to change up how I'm looking at shit and I'm accepting shit. Yeah. I'm just saying. That's how people do.
First, be the woman you want to be.
That's it.
Right?
That's it. Love yourself.
And then write your expectations. Write what you want to see.
And what if it doesn't
compromise.
exist?
But
Or I
don't
don't
what?
encounter it?
We'll be
Because
here.
you're going to be single till you 18.
no,
Till
listen,
your kids are
pray on
18
it.
and grown and out the
Pray on
house.
it, pray on
Is that
it,
bad?
it exists.
Lean
That's
on
what
your
I'm saying.
support system.
And
Lean.
pray on that list.
What's wrong with having a second job?
Nothing.
Shit, I need
What's
a
wrong
job.
with being single? Nothing.
Nothing's wrong with
You
being
come
single.
into a place where you're like, I got this.
What's wrong with just having friends that come through and knock the dust off?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Oh, no.
Shit, you need that. That's how you stay. That's how you keep your womanly
That's not
features.
biblically sound.
Shit,
So.
why ain't it?
how
Who
you
said it
stay
ain't?
alive.
That's how you stay alive. That's how you breathe. That's how you function. That's how you like. Oh my God, my day is so much better. That's a lot of tension you're building up in there.
Yeah, you can go crazy.
You can literally go crazy.
We're not.
Right?
We're not designed. God says He's even like, "Lo, listen. If you got that itch, you need to scratch the right way." But it's we're human, so.
It's a need. It's a necessity.
Listen, yeah, I mean, it's easier said than
The
done.
way-
I have the same amazing man but if I was single and I was this age and I'm like, yo, I got an itch, especially since my third thing is intimacy, I don't know where I'll be. So I'm speaking from a very, I guess,
You don't-
privileged space.
You don't know where you would be.
Yeah, because I'm saying I'm married. I have my husband.
We're
So
not
I go
talking about you
home.
being married. You just
Right,
said
so I-
single.
so
So
if I was in- I
stop
don't
bringing
know
up the
what-
marriage.
So I'm saying I don't know where I'm be. I'm speaking from a very privileged place, but I'm hoping because
I know where I would be.
Boy,
I know where I would
I know where I'd be.
I know
Knowing where I would be.
I know too.
But
but
it's.
what I was gonna answer a
Healthy
question.
and
Go ahead,
clean
answer the
and
question.
tested and-
Yes.
How you,
Would
I like
I
how you
marry-
said, "Would you date yourself?" You know, the only person in this room, only two people that could answer that question is me and JP.
Right, because y'all both
Because y'all
married.
married.
So you can't even date
So
yourself.
that was a setup.
No,
It's like,
because it's not a single
It's like,
question.
no,
And
It
as
is.
a married person, would I,
no.
if I was single, date
No, you wouldn't date
myself?
because you didn't like yourself when you were single. And you
I'm
didn't
talking about right
you didn't
now
like yourself
at
when you were single.
35 years old. Right now,
You're 35.
doesn't
I
apply
am.
to you.
Damn, I'm
35.
11 years older than you.
you old.
Damn.
It's like nah.
Damn.
Well, how old did you think we were?
I don't know.
Do we look old?
Yeah. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking. I'm just
Someone
joking.
said to me, "You don't look old, but your demeanor is old."
You have an old soul.
So,
Dominique, somebody said you was my mom, and I
Right.
was 16 and you were 15.
Right.
Damn,
because I was
Sam.
dressing the way you about to start dressing, the way you want to dress. That's how I was dressing. My long skirt.
no, let me answer the
sweaters.
question.
Would you?
I'm gonna say God bless my amazing husband, and he is patient and he is
He gotta be.
kind with me because, like I said,
I pray for him every
there
day.
is things that happen to me throughout my life that I didn't heal from and
No, you
didn't
didn't.
realize I needed to heal until I was 30, and I tried to go to counseling. Just things didn't work out, and now I'm hopefully back in it. and staying in, but I got a whole bunch of anger and unresolved hurt,
Frustration.
that sometimes just boils up and it just propels in waves, and it affects people around me that I love and care about. So would I date myself? If I say financially, yes. Communication, yes. Like work,
No,
yes.
my love. You give one flat
Yeah,
answer
yes
like
or
me.
no,
I
honey.
think for all of those, like, but as far as emotionally, I would not want to date the emotional version of myself, because I am a work in progress, and Lord knows my husband has all the patience for me, because I feel like I got all the things. I own my house. I got this. I got all the things. But who I am as a person, I don't think I'm a bad person. I think I got a lot of baggage that I got to work through, and I see how it affects my mate, like my husband.
Have you ever
I
taken
wanna
his
work through
patience for advantage of his patience? Like, you just pushing the limit, and you just
She
know that.
wouldn't
Oh,
be.
Jamar got a bark, and Jamar barked back. Y'all
w-
seen it.
She would not be a woman if she didn't do that. That's what women
But
do.
yeah, no.
Why are you always dropping things
I
that
don't
just
know if
don't
I take
make sense?
advantage of it.
Why? What you mean?
You said
What's the
I don't
question you
take
just asked?
advantage of a
Yes.
man's patience.
Yes.
No, I don't
All
mean to.
women, JP.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't mean
Show
to
me.
take
Show
advantage.
me the ones that don't.
I don't mean to take advantage.
She knows she do.
I
See?
catch myself when my attitude and my anger explodes. It's 2 hours later after I did what I did. I come back and be like, oh my goodness, I was so terrible to you. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said what I said. So I wasn't taking advantage at the time. I was just exploding and
So
reacting.
when you go back and
I
apologize,
was
what does he
triggered.
say?
He goes, Sometimes he's like, no, you just need to change. And,
Right.
we had a conversation. Other times he gives me a hug because he
Right.
sees,
The patience and love.
I triggered her.
Right.
But he didn't mean to trigger me. Or
Right.
he didn't even know that he was about to step on a bomb, and he
Right.
stepped on it. And I'm
Right.
like, my childhood!
Oh man, I would have to shoot you. Seriously.
But,
Nah, she has
Yeah.
something else that works even
Right.
better.
I know.
That's quiet her down real quick.
Why y'all looking at me? I
Right.
got nothing else to
Yeah.
say. I'm tired.
Dominique,
What?
did you get triggered? We love you.
No, I didn't get triggered. Trust me. If I got triggered, you know.
You would know.
You would know.
You need some intimacy.
No, I don't.
Into me, you see.
What? I like that. Guess what?
What?
I lost my number.
You lost your what?
I lost my number.
What number?
744.
So can I have yours?
Ah.
You like that? You know?
Yes, you
You put it on.
line.
Oh my goodness. I'm just like, no, not your 267 number.
I mean, she was putting it out. I had to give it back. You know.
Goodness.
No, I the questions. What does it take to be a father? What does it take to be a husband? It takes understanding yourself, right? And in the space that we occupy today, there isn't a lot of time given to our black men to understand themselves, right? Because once they get out here, they got to figure out what they want, right? You got to figure out who you are, right? And it's hard to do all of that and still be a husband, and still be a father. Imagine a man that never figured out who he was and he becomes a husband. Like me at 23, I'm still mad. My father passed away when I was 12, but my mom changed on me. Like everything that was going on in my life, I was 23 years old and I was married. I'm a father. I have children, 1, 2, 3, right? Then my dumb ass go out and do dumb things and make even more kids, right? Then when I realized I was wrong, I went to therapy. I sat in the therapist's office and then, oh man, I got a purpose too. All right, let me go follow that, right? So, man, I've never truly sat in with myself until I got this space. You feel me? And now it's like, oh shit, damn. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to get drunk. I don't want to party. I'm trying to figure out how to make this radio station viable, right? Not charging the people that come through, but finding people that want to sponsor what we all have to say. You know what I mean? And that's hard, right? So, I think now I realize who I am, right? And would I date myself? Absolutely, right? Because I know
That's a good place to be.
what I need.
That's why
I
I
know
think that-
what I see. You feel me? And Yeah. I'm excited. I am.
Did you answer, Rosie?
Yes,
Can I just say
No,
that's
you
why
didn't.
I don't
Rosie didn't
think the
answer.
question is suitable in a sense, because the response is conditioned on someone's situation.
I guess
So
imagine if you
Well,
weren't,
you
or if
viewing
you had to
you,
go
viewing
back in
yourself.
time.
in what sense?
Would
That's why you
you?
need to be more specific.
Okay.
Because
Make it
me,
more
I
specific.
can only answer that question based off of my circumstances.
Not so much your financial state, more of the essence of who you are.
Right.
Not
Right.
I'm gonna be straight up.
Could you give
The
yourself
essence-
what you need?
The essence of who I am, who I've been indoctrinated to be, really, is changing. And
Who
so
indoctrinated you to be that?
my environment,
Do you think it's a good person? Do you
School.
think who you were indoctrinated to be, you see that person as being a good person?
in order for me to answer that, I have to tell you who I was indoctrinated to be. And between my parents, church, the school that I went to, Woodland Christian School, to Word of Life Bible Institute, to Cairn University, each of those institutes conditioned me to be a wife. I was told by my principal in high school, you don't need to know chemistry. You're not going to college. We're going to be a homemaker like all the rest of us. Went to Word of Life Institute. This is what the scripture says for women, and this is how you're going to support your husband. I had a professor that said, it is the fact that women goes to work, a higher percentage of her income actually goes to funding that job itself and to fund what her family lacks in the household because of her absence. Home cooked
So
meal,
true, yeah.
X, Y, and Z. She's now paying a cleaner.
Not wrong.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm telling you how I was indoctrinated.
Yeah.
So when it came to being independent, that is a foreign space for me. I was not conditioned to be that way. I was conditioned to serve my husband, and that's who I truly felt like I was called to be. And now that's not the case. I am in discord right now. So you're asking me, would you date yourself? To me, that's an offensive question. That hurts. Because I was never intended to date myself, to fund my own I was not developed to be this way. I was not brought up to be this way. In all of my life, in my adolescence, in my young adult years. So now I'm forced to say, who am I? Dominique, single. What do I believe when it comes to the scriptures? I'm a puzzle right now, all scattered in pieces, trying to put myself back together while managing all the other responsibilities I have and expectations I have. And I love that this podcast has been a space for me to be so vulnerable and to be my truest self, because there are moments where I wear masks, but I love my mask. I can put this one on today, and because it helps, those moments where I can wear my different masks help me to express different parts of me that I love. And I believe at least the parts of me that I know are still thriving or still exists, like my smiling, my positive, my energy. I love, that's a part of me I thought had died during my time of separating from my husband, because I was so broken. I was so I was picked apart as a person. Till this day, I still have to navigate that negativity, the weight of someone that's so toxic, right? So on top of figuring myself out in this new space of being a single mom and a woman who is exploring life, and I can't answer that question. I
get that.
I'm figuring it out, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with making mistakes. I'm okay with following my heart for a moment and wondering how that impacts me, and just living right now, and like you said, eating my oranges and apples, and
Are you being true to yourself?
I think so, for the first time in my life.
That's all that matters.
So then you probably would date yourself.
You would definitely date yourself.
You're not showing up in the date as a representative.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for me, like,
If you're being real.
I'm not obsessively perfect. Like, I don't obsess with perfection, but I guess I always had this idea of what the standard I should meet. And because I feel like I'm not meeting it in a way, that makes me undateable.
Oh, take all of those things that we learned, pack it up real nice, and let's go toss it over the Commodore Baby
That's
Bridge.
where I'm at. But I'm like, wait, I think maybe I should save this.
But also-
oh, no, let me save that. And I can't get rid of this. And it's like, now I'm holding on. I'm becoming that Erykah Badu bag lady. Well, I'm, every now and then I'm like, let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. And then, it's a process and it takes time. And that's why kind of low key, I stepped away from the church right now. Because I feel like I can't do that in that space right now. I think that's a big part of it. And I don't know how to explain it, but all of that was a part of the indoctrination that put me low-key in the situation that I'm in a way. And it's a very emotional space for me. Y'all don't peep that when I go to church, I cry almost every single time. It's a vulnerable thing.
Right.
It's okay. I'm not saying it's wrong to do that, but it gets to be exhausting.
It's supposed to be exhausting.
So I don't,
because you're dropping everything that you picked up, right? And you're understanding yourself. That's why you're crying, right? Because you're realizing you're free, right? You're understanding yourself. You're realizing that the things that used to hold you down and hold you in a position.
my tears don't feel like I'm shedding anything. It feels like I'm in a space of panic and confusion because here I am in this space that I'm supposed to be this and that, and I'm not.
Hey, are you
So-
surviving though? You're surviving, ain't you? Right?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, I
yes.
mean, listen, it
I'm
doesn't
thriving.
matter how much of your nose is up from the water. Can you breathe?
Yes.
Right. Do your children understand you? Can you
Yes.
talk to them? Can you
Yes.
communicate with them?
Yes.
And that's all that fucking matters. I'm sorry for cursing.
And unload those. Do you feel like at church is a bunch of perfect people too? Is
No.
everybody that's all a hot?
No, I don't.
Everybody.
It's not
Together.
specifically that church.
Okay.
It's
any-
it's the institute church
Itself.
itself.
Right,
Okay.
right.
It's triggering. So I add, I wanted to add
I should
that.
say institution.
I
That's called
understand.
church. Sorry.
I understand.
No, it's okay. JP said something earlier when I said about compatibility, and I'm gonna jump back to that, but it's kind of like the man you were looking for. I want to say because when I see you, I definitely see
I will
somebody
date you.
exactly dateable because it's kind of like
No, you were.
I'm not saying
We would take over.
in
the
early. I
world.
want to say maybe it's retracting a little bit. I'm not saying that you should be a man in a way where it's like you should be able to do all the things that a man should do in that masculine way. That's not what I meant to say, because if you feel like you wanted to be that woman that stayed at home and homekeeper and all those things, then you can exist in that space. Is finding compatibility with somebody that can provide that for you. But what I was saying earlier about it's if you want somebody that's financially responsible and could make money and stuff like that, I'm not saying you have to work a corporate job making six figures.
I know.
But it's, are you responsible for the money that you do have?
Yeah,
Or that is given to you.
Or
I
that
see
is
what you're
given to
saying.
you.
Right.
And if you want somebody that's educated, like I said earlier, education looks a little bit different. Are you reading? Go to the library. Are you doing? So it's not, are you gaining all the masculine traits and can you art? No, it's a yin and a yang. What you require of a man looks different on a woman, right? So like you said, you still do want to be soft and feminine. And Doodle, you are everything probably that I lack.
Mm-hmm.
Because of
Awful.
because of me having to be strong and tough and literally fist fighting my way through life all the time, I picked up a lot of toxic masculine traits that I'm trying to shed as a married woman. I'm trying to be a little bit less.
I feel like I wish we could just
Dependent.
like put you and me in a bowl and just grind it
You
out.
You know who?
And mix it up.
Because I'm
No.
a little too strong.
No,
at
Whatever
times.
we-
but the fact that she knows and you can see it and you know it's perfect, right? Y'all can
Complimentary.
So,
yeah, bro.
so when I look at you, I admire, because I was like, I wish I could submit a little bit more, but the very lioness in me just can't. And I be trying not to be like, Christina, just let Jamar talk. Sit down. Sit your ass. while he's doing the construction in the bathroom right now. And I'm like, but put the towel that way. No, the toilet's wrong size. Like, oh, right now we're renovating the bathroom, whatever. And it's taking everything in me to sit back and be like,
Go upstairs and paint.
I'm gonna let him paint right
Yeah,
now.
go be autistic.
And
That's what I said.
Artistic.
That's what I said.
So say it with me.
Autistic. Autistic.
You know,
He's
us
pulling
French
your
people,
leg.
we can't say our R's.
As I say
our
myself,
French
French
speaking
myself.
people.
I feel the same way about you though, Tina. I hope you understand that. Like, there's some things I see in you. I'm like, oh, like the fact you, like we said way back. I think our first live, how Natalie said you execute.
Mm-hmm.
You execute. Like,
But I'm telling you, there is.
If you
it's
thought about
also-
it, she already did it.
right.
It's also a hindrance though within a marriage. Because as a woman, and I'm like, well, I want a man that can lead me, but I'm constantly leading myself. If I'm like, babe, before I even talk to him, I already got a whole setup game plan of how it's gonna happen, and I'm telling him this is what's gonna get done, and he's like, okay, so where's my opinion in this? Where's my Am I leading you or like?
Are you
Is that why he
leading
agreed to what I said about the podcast? This being your podcast. He's like, yes, I agree with what Donna said.
yeah.
Is that why? Yeah.
So trust me, as independent as driven as I can be to execute, in many ways, as a married woman, it's hindering. It's so I'm trying to shed off some of that tough masculine that I had to build and grow tough skin for me to get where I needed to go.
And just for the listeners to shed some light on why we say like we're four sisters, but so many different experiences. Like me and Christina were 16 months apart. So her story and our story is so different though.
Different.
She started working so young and
13.
I didn't. My work experience started so late. You know, it kind of goes into how we were raised and like conditioned to, you know, but Christina was like, you ain't gonna stop me from doing what I gotta do. And so that's
Sign her own
just the
papers.
backstory between about
Yes, I did forge all the parent signatures. You not stopping me.
yeah.
Trouble.
I'm glad I was able to get that out because I wasn't trying to say anything, but I found the words.
Yeah, thank you, Dominique.
But we will date you. You don't gotta date yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you.
I'm so
Wow.
sorry. With the
But
tough
you don't gotta
questions.
shed all of you, Dominique. You are beautiful the way you are.
Mm.
You weren't the problem. You weren't the problem. You are beautiful. So don't shed all of you. Don't shed. There's nothing wrong.
What's this?
Nothing wrong with you.
Rosie.
Yeah. Let me get in on that.
You want some hugs and some sugar?
Oh, thank you. I'm like over here babying this side of my face.
I love you.
We are family. Now y'all know when Natalie watched this, what's going on?
She gonna be like,
She better be watching it now.
So any final statements?
Thank you, JP. Oh my gosh, when you share your input, it just really helps me to. Last time I was taking notes. I don't know if you saw me.
it grinds my gears.
Oh, I know it does. I know
I
it does.
It keeps me up at night just pondering, like, why did you say that?
No.
Because honestly, I know very little men in my life right now that are so openly and raw, vulnerable, and honest about their situation, their conditions, like where they're at mentally, and it's good.
I mean, I wasn't always here. Right? When I went to therapy, my therapist unlocked the door that I couldn't close. Right? And I was like, all right, I got to talk about these feelings. Right? It's like it's kind of like the 12 steps. Right? I got to go to the people that I hurt. Right? I gotta try to make amends for my behavior. But to make amends, I have to see my behavior, and I see everything that I've done over the last 26 years. Right? Because I felt away, because I felt neglected, right? Not just from my mother or my father, but from my partner, right? So that turned me into a whole nother animal, right? And that wasn't who I was, right? So now I got all these blemishes on my back and people looking at me crazy, but I stand up where I stand up.
Do you feel like you have to redirect yourself every single day, or it gets better and better as time
It gets better and better, right? I was on the ground, bro. I was crawling. You know what I mean? I think now I'm just lurked around the corner, right? I'm on my knees. I ain't flying yet, right? I'm trying to get to the takeoff point. And I can't fly unless I have a co-pilot. I'm not taking off in my plane without a co-pilot, right? So, I'm spending time trying to find that person, but I don't know if it's one or two. So it's like,
But you're willing to take the risk.
I'm willing to take. I'm willing to take the risk.
One or two.
Well, there's two co-pilots. One co-pilot.
Oh, I thought you meant two co-pilots in addition to the.
That's three. That'll make three.
Well, I mean, based off your conversation,
that might be too many, right? But I'm spending time, right?
I'm so sorry.
But honestly, right? Trying to find a person that is capable of being honest about where she is and what she wants, right? That's hard, right? Because I know how hard it is for me. So, I'm patient, right? And just keep looking. I think if you take the honesty, if you look at it and you take it off the table and say, we're going to be in an open relationship. If that woman really doesn't want to mess with nobody, she won't. You know what I mean? Then it's like, all right, well, if you ain't messing with nobody, I won't. You feel me? Then we'll close the relationship. You feel me? But if it's open from the beginning and you just out doing your own thing, I'm not mad at that either. Because I gave you the option. It's like, God, free will. I'm not mad at you for your decision. Understand that your decision comes with consequences, but yeah, you have the right to do whatever you want to do.
Non-controlling.
Yeah. I ain't controlling nobody. That's a headache, bro. Try to control a woman. Right? You want something that I can't give. What I look like telling you, no, you can't have it. You know what I mean? So as long as you get what you want, I'm going to want what I want. So I'm going to go out too. Go ahead. Yeah, that's how you kill him. Good job. Good job.
You get my It's just so annoying. Just keeps flying.
Right. It's all on your hand. Don't touch yourself. Ew.
No, I didn't get it.
Yeah, you
it's still
did.
out
You
here.
got it.
No, it didn't. No, it's still.
Yeah, you got it.
I didn't.
That's what I do.
Right. Folks, it has definitely been an absolute pleasure.
2 hours, bro.
Yes, we said 30 minutes.
You did.
But it tonight, it was good before and during.
To find a good man, you will have to be a good woman. And to find a good woman, you will have to be a good man.
And a compromising
Like that.
one, apparently.
I like that. Can you say that one more time?
Collaborating one.
A little louder.
To find a good partner, you will have to be a good partner, right? So man or woman. To find a good woman, you have to be a good man. To find a good man, you got to be a good woman. You're not going to find good being bad.
And good tonight means
or
collaborative.
the bad get the good that transform the good to the bad, unfortunately. And that always happens every time.
That happens too. But sometimes the bad gets transformed because they reached out and they said there ain't no good out here, so I'm going to be bad. Like everybody likes a bad boy.
I didn't. I put on record. My husband has never been a bad boy. I never liked the bad boy type. I am a sapiosexual. You had to be an intellect. Well, there's bad boy that are intellect. That is very true. But I just wasn't. I wasn't interested in the. I wasn't interested in the jocks. I wasn't interested in the. I just listen. My husband. He was a hidden gem, and he hid it very well. I just never. I liked all of the nerds. Every guy I ever liked in my life wore glasses and was a nerd.
Not Mati.
Or sometimes you think you were good. Sometimes you thought you were like, oh, I'm the good person, but the person that you with will shine the light on some things. Like, oh, I never even knew that was there. I need to work on that. So you're not as perfect as you thought you were.
Very true.
I don't want a perfect girl. I just want.
There's no such thing as perfect.
Yeah.
Right. Everything comes with blemishes, bro. Everything.
Yeah.
Right. And you can't expect for your partner not to have a few, especially in this world today. Right. So we can work together. We can make it work. Let's just make sure we love each other, though.
Amen to that.
Yes.
Amen.
All right, folks. So
thank you for listening to tonight's episode of Rooted in
Real Delva Diaries.